What's up, it's Nick here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make hard trap. Yep, that one genre that like basically sounds exactly the same and probably should have just been one song. Yeah, that one. You know, the one that basically sounds like a remix of the same exact song. Let's get started with the drums. So we're going to be using our new sample pack, Threat Saturated Drums Volume 1, available at CRWTH.us. Let's find a nice thumpy clean kick. Okay, so I like that kick. Okay, so if you notice, the first hit here is actually a clap. And then we have a snare on the second bar. So we're just going to use a lighter snare first, and then fill it, and then layer it with a thicker snare after. Now we're going to hold shift and scroll this just a slightly before the snare, so we get this cool little layering effect. Okay, we also got to make sure that we are routing these to the proper channel. So we're going to put this on the clap. We're going to put this snare on the snare. And this snare is going to have a little bit of verb on it. A little bit of reverb. Just like that. Some cymbals. I'm gonna put this here and get the stretch option and just do that and then reset the pitch. Okay, and let's make sure we're also routing this here. Finally, there's a Prida snare, so we're just gonna get that from SYNTH because of course hard trap has these fucking goddamn sounds. We're just actually gonna cut that right there, and we should have something like this. Okay, so I doubled the snare, the first snare, so that it's a little louder. Okay, now we are going to get the 808 in here. We're gonna get that from our hybrid bass sample pack, and let's pull up a clean 808. Okay, we're gonna go with this ultra deep 808 here, and we're gonna create a new line here for our sub kind of like sidechain. Get a fruity balance, highlight this area right here, and create an automation clip for the volume there. So I'm just gonna dip that, kind of following the shape of the kick. We're actually gonna make it a little bit more tight. Cool, so that's it for the drums. Okay, now we are going to move into the lead. So we're gonna design this. So this should be quite easy. So first things first, you can keep this waveform because it's just that. We're gonna trip the unison all the way up, and then we're gonna fuck with the D2. We're gonna go to global here, turn up the range by 1. You can hear the difference. Watch. Right, and then we're gonna just change the mode to super. And that's it for that. Now we're gonna go to the filter and put a reverb filter. Kind of find that sweet spot. Now with this LFO, we're gonna create some sort of like vibrato effect. So put it on trigger and put this shit up on the cutoff, and we're gonna make it slight. So that's -1. So just make it really fast. You can actually smooth this out so that it's not so harsh. And then you can still move the cutoff until you find another sweet spot or something. That sounds pretty crazy. Okay, well, I'm also gonna just add some noise just for the fuck of it. Gives it a little thing. Actually, that makes me actually think about this. How about we put an envelope that goes like this to give it a little bit more movement? I'm sorry, no, a trigger. No, envelope. And then we're gonna put this here as well on the cutoff, and just kind of have it. Kind of sit like this. Okay, we're gonna put some hyper dimension. Just turn this down a little bit of that. Finally, we're gonna put some reverb on it. If you want to even give it a little bit more body, you can put another oscillator with like some random fucking wavetable. Just have it very, very minimal in the back, and if anything, you can tune the fuck out of that one too. So watch, listen to it alone. Maybe turn it up an octave. That's cool. Okay, now we're gonna put this on one of our channels here, and we're gonna put this preset that I made, CRWTH Bright Rack, which is basically the fat rack that I made, but without anything that's affecting the low end. Immediately, that sounds way more fire. A quick rundown of what's happening. It's a phaser, a slight, very, very tiny fucking reverb. Remove the low end, removing a little bit of the 240 range, and then fucking saturation, an amp, saturation again, more EQ, delay, and Valhalla room. Finally, a flanger and a phaser. Very, very subtle ones. And that's how you get that. Cool. So let's write that shit in here. Let's write a melody. Shit. Alright, so we need to sidechain this so that we really get that full-on power shit. So let's create another automation clip right here with the fruity balance that we already have on our sidechain channel here. And we're just gonna sidechain that shit about like that. No, that's too deep. Let's actually turn this down a little bit. Okay, so yeah, so that's that. Trying to think what else we can add. So there was those like hardstyle kicks in there. So let me find one really quick. Okay, so the hardstyle kicks are right around here, and I believe they go like that. I got 2 clips, bitch. Okay, this definitely needs a little bit of reverb, so we're gonna just channel it as well into the snare that has the reverb. We're just gonna channel it there as well, right? So I got 2 clips, bitch. We're just gonna turn it down a little bit. I got 2 clips. Or actually, we'll just remove that double. And I got 2 clips, bitch. Now we're just going to take care of small little details. For example, this here, I feel like the sub needs to kind of hit a little harder, a little faster. So we're going to shorten the kick just a tiny bit. Secondly, we're going to experiment with the sound bass and try to see if we can find a better place for this cutoff filter. Maybe make it a little brighter somehow. So I think that's pretty much it. We're just gonna put this quick mastering preset. Shoutouts to, fuck me, I just totally fucked that up. Shoutouts to Crow, because I got this from one of his videos. So check him out, dope ass dude. It's a quick little preset for it's just a limiter with ozone. It just makes everything loud. It's nothing too specific because obviously you wanna, when you're making a song, you wanna have all your presets according to whatever you are trying to do, right? So we're just gonna hope that this sounds good and makes it loud enough.
I got 2 clips, bitch.
Sick. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Big shout outs to Phoenix for being active on my Instagram. Make sure you give him a follow. And if you want to shout out the next video, just make sure you're following me on Twitter or Instagram. I'll see you guys on the next video.